What's big, fat, and absolutely, positively hot? No, I'm not talking about Lizzo. I'm talking about Philadelphia cheesesteaks. And today, I'm going to teach everybody how to make one. Why, you might ask? Because cheesesteaks are a staple in the tri-state area. It all started in 1933 when Pat Olivier, who was working at a fish cake and hot dog stand, decided he was tired of eating the food on his own menu, so he went down and made a steak sandwich. Then, about 20 years later, a guy named Joe Lorenzo decided to throw some provolone on his own personal sandwich. Just like that, the cheesesteak was made. All this information comes from First We Feast, by the way, a very popular food blog on the internet. And it's very important to know how to make a cheesesteak in this area because it's quick, it's easy, it tastes delicious, and it's a real cultural icon of New Jersey and Philadelphia, so we should all know how to do it. So let's jump into it. I'm going to show you first off what you're going to need. So first things first, you're going to need a knife to do the cutting, spatula for the grill, scraper, this is how we're going to get the texture for the steak, 8 ounces of nice sirloin here, an Italian long roll, cheese, 3 slices of whatever kind you like. We're going to be using just plain white American, a little bit of butter, some onions because we're going to make this classic Philadelphia style, and a little bit of seasoning, which I cannot tell you the ingredients to because it's a secret, but I trust you'll figure something out for yourself. And last but not least, you're going to need a nice hot grill. Obviously, most people don't have one of these in their house, so I would suggest just using a nice big pan that has plenty of room. You want to pump that baby to a nice high temperature. So let's put these ingredients to work and get started here. So first things first, you're going to want to take your steak here. After putting a little bit of butter down on the grill, because we don't have any cooking spray in front of me right now, plop that steak on there. Hear that nice sizzle? That's how you know the grill is nice and hot. Moving on next, you can take your roll here, open it up, put on a little bit of a cooler part of the grill, but still hot. Get that nice and crusty and toasty on the inside. Next, you want to take your onions here, a little bit of butter on the grill. Butter's the magic ingredient to everything. Plop these onions right on, a little bit more butter on the top. Basically, we're just going to let those sit for most of the time. After we get them tossed in here, they'll do their own thing, maybe flip them around every couple of minutes just in case. So now that our steak's been going for a little bit here, you can see it's getting a little bit brown on the bottom. That's how we know that it's time to flip. Have this nice char going on the top, and it's at this moment that you want to add our special seasoning, or whatever seasoning you devise at home. Not too much, as you want the natural flavor of the steak to come out still. Get a little bit of that on there. Next step, you're going to take your scraper. You want to chop up the meat a little bit, just like this. And this lets some of the seasoning soak into the meat, and it's going to make it a little bit easier for you to scrape it, which we're about to do right now. Now this is probably the most difficult part of making the sandwich. You want to place your spatula on the steak to keep it still, and just scrape with the scraper, just like this. Like so. And you're going to do that once vertically. Give it another few chops. And we're going to scrape it horizontally. So you get those nice, big, juicy, shredded chunks that you're looking for. Alright, so you can really see our meat's really starting to brown now. Getting nice and delicious. You can't smell it through the camera, but it's really starting to smell good. We're going to take these onions here. As you can see, they're starting to get brown. We're going to mix that all up with the steak. You want that to cook together a little bit because it really gets all the flavor wrapped up in everything, brings out all the juices. Once you have that mixed up nicely, you're going to place the most important ingredient, cheese. And this is a very important technique here. The cheese should always be corner to corner. Why does that matter, you ask? It doesn't, but it looks beautiful on the grill, so we do it that way. Now you just want to keep an eye on this while it melts up a little bit. As you can see, the cheese is starting to melt, but we don't just want to put that on the roll because it doesn't look very pretty, right? So now that our cheese has melted a little bit, we're going to take that steak and the cheese, we're going to mix it all up, just like that. Alright? This allows the cheese to even caramelize a little bit, gets a really nice looking char on the outside. As you can see, all those separate ingredients are coming together into a really nice looking steak. Look at that. Nice and hot. And it's at this moment that you want to flip your roll over. It should be nice and crusty on the inside. You're going to take your spatula and just scoop all of that steak up real nicely like that. Place it in the roll. Take your clean spatula. Right onto here. Now that you have it on here, you want to make sure all of that meat is spread evenly throughout the sandwich so that with each bite you get about the same amount of meat and onion. Alright, and last but not least, because somebody's always going to want to split this with you, cut her in half. Look at that. Nice, juicy, creamy, delicious looking cheesesteak. So in conclusion, all of you now know how to make probably the national treasure of the tri-state area. And all of you can now make a super delicious, easy, quick Philadelphia cheesesteak in your home. Hope everybody's staying safe. Thank you very much. Have a great summer.